Stop that foolishness. Let me drop this little nugget. Let me drop this little nugget, man.
Yeah. So
remember when we gave you purpose?
yes, sir.
Steps back. Because I realize the Spirit of God, for those who walk in the Spirit of God, it goes ahead. It's not never talking about what's past, what's to come. We give them purpose. You know? You thought you reached. You're not the first. You're touching clouds, the clouds without water.
Yep. Preach.
And gonna leave that boy with his
pants on.
Leave him with his pants on. We're not even gonna touch it, you know, because we're gonna leave him. Yeah. Anyways, you have to understand there's a lot of stuff going on. You're behind the 8 ball. You were sojourners in a foreign land. That's one. He who is oppressing you is also sojourning in a foreign land, but he got the upper hand.
Yes, sir.
We haven't given them this principle before, but we'll share it with them now. You must know when the blade is at your throat,
yes,
and you
sir.
must know when you're holding the handle.
Yes, sir. 2 sides of the sword.
Know when the blade is at your throat, and you must also be aware when you're the one holding the handle.
Preach.
So all these sojourners here, but one has gone ahead and supersedes and whatever in numbers and all of that. You have a situation we already touched on the principalities and all that already.
Yes, sir.
From day one, they have kind of set the stage. Not a history buff or anything, just what we all generally know.
Yes, sir.
I'm not quite sure, even with those who claim that they're what's the word that they call themselves? They're
advocates.
Yeah, they're like, you know, like they are advocates, yeah, and trying to be for the a movement of uprising the people, or for the people.
Yeah, for revolutionary stuff.
While they themselves even try to get it. Never in my memory have anybody who's looked like us, if you get the visual of this, life has ever been valued around here. Check the Constitution. I said 3/5 for human being.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
To this day, it's not changed. You've never.
Remember, it was written when we were slaves.
Hey, come on.
It was written for us.
So, what we're talking principles, though. Don't forget principles.
Don't forget the principles.
From the time they brought you here, your life was never equaled, okay? Or your life was never valued.
Valued, yeah.
That's a spirit. That's a spirit. And that's on the books.
It's written.
That spirit still roaming, it ain't gone nowhere. Then you've always been treated like what? I'm just talking spiritual stuff. Property. And a devalued property at that. Kind of like a car.
Yes.
A devalued property. That's another spirit. So not only a car, but a car devalued that devalues.
Yeah. You can do it injustice.
Okay, it's a regular car. It's a regular old car. Not no foreign made, not no nothing, not no classic. It's a regular old car. It's devalued over time. You've always been that. That's how that's a principality in which you came under. So you're a property and you're a devalued property. Why did I kind of bring that in? Every time you see something of this magnitude, you see See the people take to the streets. Nobody cares if you march. They don't really care, trust me. When you march, it's always fine till you do what?
Start fighting.
Till you put your hands on things to which they value more than you.
Yep.
Target. We're talking current issues. The building Target was burned in Minneapolis. It's a Target. It's a regular Target building. It's valued more than a life.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen when an army is into the streets? It's martial law. Not like cops. They shoot you. There's no investigation. That's what it's really saying. I'm not quite sure most people are really in tune to that. So as soon as you started to touch things to which they value more than your life, because remember, you are still seen and counted under the principality as a
3/5 of a man.
and you're also a developing asset. So you know the asset that increases.
Depreciated.
Your depreciated asset. Yeah. So when you see the little pizza store owned by the family business, they consider that more important than you.
Yeah.
Target, they consider it more valuable than you. That's why the army comes out. How dare you? How dare you? Okay? So understand these things. Understand the principle. Understand when the blade is at your throat and when you're holding the handle.
Yeah.
So you even hear some people, they themselves don't know. You have a lot of wayward spirits. Don't burn, you're trying to get your point across. Don't do this, don't do that.
Yeah.
Did they send the marshal? You ever seen army coming out because too much black people are dying? You be
Yeah.
down and listen. You've always been considered that ever since, from my knowledge, ever since you're here, right? But how dare you touch assets of value? How dare you? What do you think? They come out to protect you? The army didn't come out to protect.
They came to secure their bottom line.
Bottom line.
Bottom line.
Put that out there. But yeah, just want you to understand those spiritual things.
Yeah.
That's it. Just want you to understand those spiritual stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah.
You touched